DM. Before you is a large man in gold armor, wearing a bronze mask resembling a middle-aged man. He carries a gigantic sword. His arms are outstretched in challenge. Player. No, you don't mean... Surely not. It can't be. Hey everybody, Silver Dragon here, and don't worry about SkyDieRay, he's sleeping. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another video. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Before jumping into the video, I just want to quickly kind of ask you if you want to smash like on the video. It helps out, and it only takes a second, so I appreciate it, and thanks so much for that. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Every Tiefling player I met has been internet. Oh, you play Tiefling. That means you're LGBTQ, right? You understand you just insulted my entire race of people. But yes, is that actually a thing? I think it's the first time that I hear of this. Overly long title. Hey, I have this really long and convoluted story that I want to tell, but I don't really understand what a meme is, so I'm going to shoehorn this story into a meme format that doesn't really fit, and then write so much text into it that it's completely ineligible, and even if it wasn't, it's not really entertaining enough for people to want to read it all. Just see, nobody can read that. Or maybe, instead, I have some weird theory about rules or in-game lore that I want to talk about, but I really have no idea where to go to talk about it. So instead, I'm going to write a small essay about said story theory and stick it into some meme format in the hopes that people will actually zoom in enough to read it and then engage with me. Either way, I clearly don't have any idea what really constitutes a meme, and I use the sub as a conversation starter because for some reason I can't seem to find my way into one of the other subs that is more appropriate for longer submissions or discussion starters. Jesse, stop posting multi-paragraph memes. Well, it seems it went well, this one at least. Wisdom. Steal a man's wallet and he'll be broke for a week. Show him role-playing games and shiny math rocks, and he'll be broke for a lifetime. That's a bit of an exaggeration though, right? I mean, even if you were to like start collecting pretty much every single TTRPG that you want to play, that can't be that expensive overall, right? And like, you don't need... I mean, obviously, yeah, you can spend like $500 on dice or something, but that's basically enough for a lifetime, right? Parents, no. Toddlers saying please, and players rolling natural 20s. What do they have in common? Well, believing that it gives them magic powers to do whatever they want. Doesn't it? In both cases, actually? Some of you sound like the guy who said his DM had to let him worship the Raven Queen because she's in the player's handbook. You can't ban cleric and paladin. They don't need a god to get spells. That's not how it works in my world and lore. No, it's in the rules. Fluff and rules can be reflavored, changed, added, or even removed for immersion. Flavor is only free when it enables my Warlock dip. I think this meme would have been funnier if it said Warlock drip instead of dip. Where are the tungsten dragons? It's time for you to look inward and start asking yourself the big questions. Why are 3/5 of metallic dragons either copper or a copper alloy? That's a lot of goblins and kobolds. Don't worry about the elderly couple though. Welcome to heaven. To enter, you must be forgiven by everyone that you killed. Well, I never killed anyone, so... Video games included. D&D players sweating, yeah, okay. Jesus, yeah, good luck with that. Even if you're not a murder hobo or anything, this would be pretty much impossible. But I guess you do have eternity to figure it out, right? To try to convince them, maybe? So maybe you can work it out somehow. DM. That was rude. You going to melt those dice or just put them in timeout? My original character, who died from bad rolls, and their protege, who uses a different d20. Pact of the Blade is fun. Pact of the Blade Warlock with 12d8 plus 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 5 plus 1. And let me guess, that's as soon as they get the Pact of the Blade thing. For real though, it was a pretty sensible solution in my opinion. 5th edition DMs. I'm banning flying races because of balance. 3rd edition DMs. An Avariel? Sure, but remember the +3 ECL. Ah, jeez, okay, now I have to go in the comments because I need to know what that means. Okay, so it was like a balance thing and it means effective character level, and it's calculated by adding your total racial hit dice, class levels, and level adjustment. Okay, so they're adjusted in a way to make up for flying, I guess? I'm not even mad, to be honest. King taxes or dungeon games. We request an audience with the king. Bard natural 20s. How can you pay taxes on fighting experience? King's response. Sounds like you will make excellent tax collectors. How all campaigns should go. You know what? We will enter your peace forest. Whee! Come, there'll be much pee for us three. Later, after fighting some peace bears, going with a boat on the peace river, not a river, lake? Yeah, lake, that's the word. And fighting some peace king and knights? Heh, looks like I've had the peace taken from me. Whenever you tinkle, remember you be. Remember the wizard of P. How could P be so compelling? You're a genius. You're welcome. Now, fetch me my diaper. Can't get magic from the gods if the gods abandoned us eons ago. Banning cleric because they don't fit the setting, or banning cleric because they're overpowered. I mean, you're banning them, your reason for banning them is still because they're overpowered, right? But you're just working around that by fitting it into the setting. DMs. What do you use sentient items for? So this artifact can tell us stuff? Seems sus. Do the quest the DM introduced you to. The conch has spoken. The legend never dies. DM. Before you is a large man in gold armor, wearing a bronze mask resembling a middle-aged man. He carries a gigantic sword. His arms are outstretched in challenge. Player. No, you don't mean... Surely not. It can't be. I did not expect to see a Dark Souls reference in here. Rest mechanics. Heroic. 5-minute short rests and 1 hour long rests. Standard. 1 hour short rests and 8 hours long rests. Gritty realism. 8 hours short rest and 7-day long rest. And actual realism. Your character recovers from injuries when you do. Jesus Christ. There's been a buzz about this Swarmkeeper. I hear it's the bee's knees. Okay, Jesus. Beastmaster tames and commands a powerful animal. Gloomstalker hunts under the cover of darkness. Swarmkeeper with bees, okay. I fail my wisdom save every time. Every legend has a weakness. Samson with his hair, Achilles with his heel, and me with a tiefling woman. Rolling medium values is more nerve-wracking, I think. How it feels when your investigation rolls aren't quite high enough to learn what you need to know. Greetings, Frank the human boy. How did you almost know my name? I have approximate knowledge of many things. Talking to a friend about Pathfinder, and we had this exchange. Wanna make a bet? Bet you can't make a magical girl in Pathfinder. Pff, easy. Oh, there's literally a magical girl transformation spell in Pathfinder. I might have overestimated my odds. Restyle, transmutation, and yeah, 1 piece of clothing currently worn by you or an ally. Oh, for an unlimited duration as well, okay. And yeah, I guess it just allows you to change the appearance of a piece of clothing, okay. 1d20 to rule them all, but they were, all of them, deceived. For another, d20 was made. Jesus. When did abusing commoners become the new currency? Rogue. Yeah, we go in and steal what we need. Barbarian. Or we could just murder the shopkeeper, no witnesses. Warlock. How about I summon a couple of fiends and Bard. I could just seduce them while you guys empty the shop, and then the lawful good paladin. No! The real question. Does psychological warfare do psychic damage? Catapults can only be used on objects, so you can't use it to eat a baby. Oh my god, okay. A corpse is an object. I've been spoiled and I can't go back. DM who only has 2 voices, male and manly female. DM who honestly should be a goddamn voice actor and uses a second language for languages that you shouldn't be able to understand. Seriously though, which one is it? It's time for you to look inward and start asking yourself the big questions. Does owlbear have white meat or red meat? Maybe something in between, I don't know. Well, actually, I think it makes more sense to have the same kind of meat that the owl has. You're all beating a dead horse, so I decided to turn it invisible. You can make a non-willing creature invisible. What? Both invisibility and greater invisibility say nothing about the creature needing to be willing, and there's no saving throw. A sadistic wizard could cast invisibility on a downed PC, and the healer couldn't use healing word, and it would be hard to stabilize someone that you can't see. Jesse, is this some convoluted plan to not have to attack downed PCs? Or use Mr. Rex's supplement. Armor in 5th edition makes no sense. Dude, it's perfectly reasonable to have 27 AC. Break their equipment. What was that, punk? If you block a giant's club with your shield, it only makes sense for it to break. DM tips. Armor hit range. 10 plus dex to AC is an armor hit. Adjust for medium or heavy armor. If a creature one or more sizes larger than a target hits its armor, prioritize shields, reduce the benefit by 1 AC per size larger than the target, breaking when it reaches 10 or has a -5 penalty. See Rust Monster. A reasonable repair rate is 25 gold pieces per point to repair. Light armor ruins easily, making it more effective to get a new set. Rare or rarer equipment might be immune to this effect or never break, so it can be repaired later no matter its condition. Adamantine gear should be immune to this condition, see the Dungeon Master's Guide. Mage armor and Shield of Faith can be targeted by a dispel magic and may or may not count as armor at your discretion. The shield spell should negate any armor damage. That's actually quite neat. It's exactly the kind of stuff that you want in your feed. An archer named Bard, a spy named Archer, an investigator named Monk, a merc named Paladin, a fighter named Rogue, and a monk who's a ranger. How to make your DM pull their hair out. Which are you? There are two types of players when NPCs start making threats. Come and get it. No, please don't come and get it. Rogue. We should probably investigate that scream at some point. DM. You really want to do this? Bard. Yep, I'm flirting with the woman at the end of the bar. 25. Paladin groans. I lead everyone else outside in protest. DM. Marvelous. And to the Bard he says, she gives you a little smile. It gets bigger and bigger, and then bigger than any smile ought rightly to be. That's when her mandible separates. Roll initiative. Most tragic natural one ever. You come across a rope at a river. What do? I swing on the rope. And gets a natural one, okay. I've stopped even giving my characters alignments at all, honestly. Does anyone even care? The alignment chart. My character likes to drink and beat bad guys. He's an alcoholic fighter alignment. Happened again recently. Hurts every time. Does your dog bite? No, but it can hurt you in other ways. Your schedule doesn't work with the rest of the party. You're out. I mean, I guess that would work, and you'd get to play that way more often, at least. But do you want to play without that player that much? I guess actually you could make it work if people are willing to have two separate campaigns. Like, one without that player, and when he's able to come, you play in the one where he's included in a separate one. I don't know, random talk. I'm just trying to solve imaginary problems for no reason. I don't know why I'm doing this. Gonna be very awkward if everyone survives after all. Characters that have been in the campaign from the start, staring down a TPK. Baby, I always hoped we'd die together. Character that joined halfway through. Peggy, you go die over there. Takes a lot to be original. Share some of your unique characters. New player. I swear my character is original. Veteran DM who has seen it all. How is this item rare? Vicious weapon. When you roll a 20 on your attack rolls with this magic weapon, the target takes an extra 7 damage of the weapon's type. Wow, this is worthless. It's not that bad though, is it? I mean, maybe for a rare weapon it is, but it's not that bad, is it? Alright, on that note, that's gonna be it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you did and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon, as well as on YouTube. I appreciate a lot, so thanks so much for those. Links below if you want to check those out, as well as links to the social media, Discord server, something else. And yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching, I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!